Hi, this is Isabella and welcome to the Miss Success. We're gonna be talking about how to decorate your Christmas tree. So the first thing and first advice on any Christmas tree decoration is please, whenever you buy an artificial Christmas tree, make sure that tree comes pre-lit. That will save you ton of time and ton of work, believe me. So the best thing, for example, my Christmas tree now, it's 7.5 feet tall and it has 1200 lights, and these are yellow lights. These are my favorite type of lights. If you prefer white LED, that's fine, that's up to you, as long as it's pre-lit. If you buy a regular tree that's not pre-lit, you would basically, if that's what you have at home, you have no choice. When you put your lights around the branches, make sure you go deep inside the tree. So you don't just, throw lights around the tree, you don't make a, spiral like this. You actually go into the tree, like into the branches. That, like I said, it's gonna take you a while to set up. And believe me, setting up Christmas tree, the first most important thing is to open all the branches, something many people don't really do, and they don't realize how important it is and how it adds up to the tree, to the way it looks. And number two is to make sure that it's pre-lit, that it's lit properly, so you have enough lights to give it that depth and that beautiful, unique look. So, like I said, recommend pre-lit Christmas trees always. But then, so you open your tree. First thing you do is don't put all the parts together right away. Start from the bottom part. Open the branches. How do you open the branches? So every single branch has smaller branches around. So make sure open every single branch. So after you're done opening all the branches and it's pre-lit Christmas tree. So now after you open all the branches, if you don't have a pre-lit Christmas tree, you would need now to put, to assemble all the lights. And I would say for 7.5 feet, 1200. So if you have 6 feet, 800, 900 lights, just make it as much as possible. The more lights you have, the more beautiful it's gonna look. So invest in lights always. Then the next thing I do is I start hanging ornaments. And what I do is I start from the biggest ones first. So the main ornaments, I call it. The main ornaments, first I set up the tree and I concentrate mostly on the parts visible, but I do not skip the back of the tree. Do decorate the back of the tree. When I start from hanging those main ornaments, I just start from the top, then the middle, then the bottom, then top, middle, bottom. The key is the proportion and the key is the symmetry. So please concentrate on that and try to create that beautiful symmetry. So when you have, when I put those ornaments, I take like sets that are identical. They are identical. Now I have pretty much set up the base, right? Then what I do next is the ornaments that are not so beautiful, but I have them and I want to use them. I just try to put inside of the branches, inside of the Christmas tree. You would ask me why? What's the reason? They are not going to be visible. Yes, they won't, but when you get closer to the tree, you will be able to see them. And that's where the beauty comes. That's where the difference comes, that you actually make that extra effort and put them inside the tree to give that depth, that 3D effect. Next thing I like to do is I hang my mesh. I can call it a mesh. It's like I have different colors. Those of those, but this year I decided to go with silver, so it's a silver mesh. Sometimes I even start with it, so before I hang any ornaments, I start with the mesh, just because in order to assemble it, you need a lot of like force that Christmas tree will be shaking. So yeah, so sometimes it's better to do it before the ornaments, but it's fine to do it with ornaments on, with the basic ones, of course, and just put it at that time. So you start from top, and what you do is you go spiral. So with a mesh you go spiral, but again, those points that you create where you put it inside of the Christmas tree, try to really stack it inside and support it with the wire. The next thing is after hanging that mesh, I'm starting to hang those main ornaments. So these are like the special unique pieces, let's say the angel or the bird or the star, whatever, like those special unique pieces that I want to emphasize. So then after all this is already assembled, I see where to put them. Some of the basic ornaments I might replace, I might move around. I keep moving, I keep changing until it's done. Believe me, it takes, this year, it took me a week to decorate Christmas tree. Believe me, I know it's how it sounds, but yes, that's what happened. After those special pieces, what I do is I think main part and the most spectacular part in the tree is I make the bows. I think they look extremely beautiful. And where do I locate them? I locate them where I have my mesh. So whatever I stack the mesh into the tree, this is where I'm gonna hang my bow. So I have to think strategically of where I want it to be and how it's gonna look at the end. And after I do that, basically the last part is I have these different branches, and these are like, you know, something I pick up here and there whenever I see something on sale. Sometimes it's Walmart, sometimes it's Pier 1. I love Pier 1, their decor is amazing. It's also Macy's, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I always have the proportion in my mind and the symmetry in my mind. So when I see, for example, the meshes on the right, I'm gonna put a big branch to the left. I even have this crystal branch, which is amazing, and it's like, unfortunately I found only one. So I just put it usually on top, and I have these crystals dropping kind of on the tree. That's, crystals on the tree, of course they don't have to be real crystals, but that translucent effect and light coming out of it, it's just incredible. It's just amazing. It makes the tree look so rich and beautiful. So that's what I do as the last part. And then the last, just the final touch is my star, which this year is very, very, very simple, just because the whole tree is very, very rich. And the base, which is the tree skirt, and tree skirt is also beautiful. I got it from Macy's a couple of years ago, and I also love it. It's sparkling, but now it's just full of gifts, so it's very hard to see. Yeah, so that was my Christmas tree tour and description of how to make a Christmas tree, how to decorate a Christmas tree, maybe in a different way than what you would normally do. So for those who didn't decorate it yet, I hope it was very useful, and you can get some tips. You can take some tips and maybe improve yours. Or maybe for those who already have a Christmas tree, maybe you can walk around and fix some of the items, some of the things that you didn't really pay attention to, like for example putting ornaments inside of the Christmas tree. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!